Hi, I'm Michael Mische, and I teach MOR 463, Organization Change and Development. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about this very exciting class. This particular class is designed around human performance in organizations. And I'd like you to think about this for a second. Have you ever walked across campus at 6 o'clock in the morning? Well, don't answer that because you may incriminate yourself. But think about that. If you've ever been on campus when it's absolutely quiet, still, and then a few hours later, it's just packed full of energy. That's what makes USC exciting, and that's what makes companies exciting. And so 463 is designed to help you understand how organizations perform from a human perspective and how humans perform within that organization. We divide the class up into two major parts. Part one is a theoretical framework, and that takes you up to the midterm. And we learn the basic theories and concepts of organizational development and change from the seminal authors and the seminal thought leaders in this area. So we do look at all the theory and practice that's been developed from, say, the 1920 right up to today's most contemporary thought leadership. And we look at change, and we look at data collection methods, and we look at human performance, we look at behavior, and all of the theories that are associated with how humans perform within the organization. Once we master those concepts, we roll into the second part of the semester, which is all case-oriented. We look at how do we apply those concepts to, say, the United States steel industry and labor union and collective bargaining issues within that industry. We'll look at how professional services firms function when you have nothing but time and talent as your product. How do those humans perform? We'll look at ethical issues in OD also, such as truthfulness, glass ceilings, work-life balance, comparability of work and worth and compensation, all associated with fairness of doctrine and fairness of ethics, and how do you treat your fellow workers. We also look at collaborative work groups, and most of all, the role of leadership in organizational change and development. One of the key aspects of this class is we watch a movie, and it's an old movie, but it's still the #1 movie on leadership shown today in the world. And so we'll actually be able to kind of sit back as an audience and take our concepts, because they actually use the concepts that we learn in part one of the class. And we'll look at this movie, we'll watch this movie, and we'll see a leader turn an entire organization around. And then we're able to apply those to our cases. And so we look at a whole number of different cases. I think you'll find this class very enjoyable. It's worthwhile for those that are, one, interested in having a career in HR management. Those of you that are interested in moving on to advanced degrees and perhaps even getting a PhD in this area absolutely will want to take this class, because one of the books we use is written by Tom Cummings, our department chair. Not a plug for his book, but he is one of the foremost authorities in the world in OD. Hands down, none better than him. So we learn from him. And then those of you that are, of course, going into management consulting will find this absolutely a treasure of a class to have, because you'll be using these concepts if you're in, say, a change management practice, people process and change practice, human capital practice, or you're doing mergers and acquisitions, because at some point in an M&A, you have to assess the human capital of the firm. So again, my name is Mike Mische. I teach MOR 463. Hope to see you in my class in the springtime.